Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. We gon' ride out. Ravens, Ravens, Ravens. Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White of rap for the beat, though. Hey, what up? Y'all made it back. Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. Welcome to the Couch Rider Report. I'm your Couch Rider Raven, Jermaine Lockett. Thanks for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button. Hit that bell. Hit that subscribe. You know what I'm talking about. I'm just tired today. It's just one of them days. But I'm excited to be here. It's been a long day, but I'm glad to be here with each and every one of you. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here, right here, walking with your boy. Let's see who's in the room before we start with the business. All right, Lisa was first today. Got to give her a shout out. She got her phone back. She's ready to rock. She's back better than ever. And Bless Brian is in the building. Says, "What's up, Couch and Cam?" I don't know where Cam is. We got to put out an APV. You know, he's out there doing somewhere, training somebody up or training for some movie or next rap album. You know how he does. All right. Revenge Tour 2022 indeed. Delicious is in the building, y'all. Big Reg is here. What's good? Wilbert is here. And of course, for the first shot of the night, he says, "Hello all. Some Ravens fans said 14 is the new Ed Reed. Please discuss this later." Okay. Yeah, I think that's definitely worth discussion. I'm pretty sure whoever said it was a crazy Hamilton fan. And while I am a fan, I am not that big of a fan. We know that Ed Reed is the GOAT. He wouldn't be on my wall if he wasn't. There we go. Bless says, "What's up, Lisa?" Everybody saying hi. What's going on, Nana? What's good? All right. Let's get down to business. Kam Ru should pop in as soon as the police grab him and give him the personal escort to the house so he can get on the show. We'll find out soon where he is. All right, so tonight y'all see it. Y'all saw the topic. Kyle Hamilton started week 1 and other Ravens talk. But before we get there, I just want to say, look, y'all going to have to get over it. This man talked this week. Y'all can't just sit here and roast him for every time he says he has something to say, because he still got a job. He still got a job. In this economy, jobs coming far and few, and he still got one, folks. G-Ro is still here. It's something y'all going to have to work through. I know you're emotional about it. Y'all go hug somebody, go to therapy, go to the groups, do what you need to do, hug it out. But recognize when the season starts, this man will still have a job. Just like Kam Ru, even though he's late, he still got a job on the show here. Of course, we ain't paying though, I'm just saying. He is here though. We did find him. He got that police escort to the house, direct to the house. I'm pretty sure they turned all the lights to green and just let him roll straight on through because he knew he had a show to get to. And as soon as he mentioned, "Hey, the Couch Rider Report is going on. I got to get home," they pretty much gave him the police escort straight on through. Ladies and gentlemen, and also, of course, being the chosen one really helps as well. So he is here, the chosen one, Kam Ru.
I'm working.
What's good, brother?
I'm working and working.
Working and working. All right.
I'm talking to you and looking at my this mastering program so I can finish getting these songs together for this album of records that I have that I wasn't able to put out.
Okay.
And some of them I put out when, sorry.
Okay.
Some of them, you heard the music?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, Don C's in the building, man.
What's happening? Some of them I wasn't able to put out because I wasn't, with certain producers I was dealing with. Some of them Well, all of them had like my name was Kam Ru before I had to change it to Kam Ru. I had to change it to with the RU because of legal.
Yeah, somebody else already had it, probably.
Yeah. So I mean, it's all good.
Big Grand said his phone's gonna die soon.
And
We're
then
gonna give him
Bean
what
is
we
still
got.
the same, so I'm good with it. But
Yeah.
I want to connect some of the stuff that I have put out and some of the stuff I never had an opportunity to put out. I want to connect it and put it all under under the roof. So that way, got it all under Kam Ru. So name of the album is Kam Ru plus Kam Ru KAM hyphen UI equals Kam Ru. That's what I'm working on.
Okay.
Yeah, by the end of this month, if anything.
Forward to it. Y'all make sure
There's
y'all
more
got
music.
the album.
More music for you to bump to.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, speaking of music, we're gonna do something a little different today. There is a new feature on this whole app, and it's got some. I mean, you're just able to have some royalty-free background music. We're gonna see what happens here. This song is "Feeding the Ducks." Apparently, see how it turns out here. This,
What is that?
it's just feeding the ducks. It's just something to go in the background. I mean, we always have it like flat. So I was just like, all right, cool. Let's just put something in the background. But it is royalty free, and I'm not gonna get come out. Nobody's gonna come after me for it, so it's good. Robert just used $5. All right, he says $5 because Kam Ru is wearing Baker. Oh, you ready?
Oh no.
How is Baker looking at camp? I heard he was throwing some pics out there. I heard Baker was throwing pics out there.
Oh, he is. Mark my words. I think Mac Brown was a good job, bro.
Yeah.
I think
all right, so that music's just a little too loud. I can't control it. All right, I think I can. I think I just got to lower it down a bit. So we're gonna try it a little bit lower on the loop, maybe like 17.
Get my food together while you mess with the loops.
There we go. Well, Kam Ru, I appreciate the donation. I'm pretty sure Cameron will be excited.
Yeah.
Brandon is in the building. Who else we missed? We made sure we got Big Reg, right? We got Big Reg saying what's up. See, we definitely said what's happening. He said Kam Ru dressed up tonight, not showing the gun show tonight. Yeah, okay, you usually have the guns all out there. That's true. All right, so we are moving on to we talked about Zero. Still here, you got to get over it. Look it out. Giving you a shout out as well. We made it to 11:55. 11:55 going live, folks. We're still building this thing. Like I said, slowly but surely. I did a lot of craziness to get up to 1,000. And I just couldn't go through those restrictions on Twitter and all that to start doing that again. So we slowed up once we got to 1,000, but hey, we still rocking and we're getting quality versus quantity. So I appreciate y'all here. Next, motivational moments. Motivational moments. Let's see what I got here for y'all today. I got you something. I have from Lynn Pernilly. Never stop learning. Because life never stops teaching. Every moment is a teaching moment when it comes to life. And whether you are willing to soak up that teaching moment and learn something, it's on you. And as far as learning goes, I am happy to announce I started my master's program for public relations on Monday. And I'll be taking that into the deployment with me as I go forward because I want to soak up all the knowledge that I can and follow a dream of possibly being in the field of public relations. I got a friend of mine right now, Damian Parson. That's my main man. He started in Couch Writer Report with me on the website, and this guy followed his dream. And last year, he was happy to announce that he is full-time Dame working for a sports company called the Draft Network. And he works for them off of a dream he built with me and has now got 10,000 followers on Twitter. He just was at the Carolina Panthers camp and actually be able to ask questions as part of the press. The guy's just soaring, taking off, and it just because he had a dream and we went and followed that. So it was because of the dream. It was also he went and found out a way. He found and sought out the knowledge. So I'm seeking out the knowledge through the master's program, and I encourage you all to go seek that knowledge because when you leave this earth, I truly believe that you can take that same knowledge with you. I promise you that if you seek out this knowledge, you're not going to regret the knowledge that you go seeking out through your education. So that is our motivational moment, folks. Go seek it. It's out there. Every moment is a teaching moment. All right. Let's see. We got Lisa says, "Sorry, Wilbert, I'm not having your drama tonight." All right, so yeah, great. I appreciate you, man. We like I said, 1 year from now, I will have my master's degree, and it's gonna be great. All right, so I'll give you what you came here for. Kyle Hamilton. Let's talk about it. Lisa is very optimistic, saying he's going to start week 1. We're going to talk it out. That is the first topic of the night. I don't know where Kam Ru went, but he just ran off. We're going to remove him from the screen just for a moment till he comes on back. All right. So y'all saw it, folks. Y'all saw what happened with Kam Ru. Oh, wait a minute. He got some on the screen here. He wants to show y'all. This man got a salad. This apparently is not pie day. It is not pie day. It is salad day, apparently. All right. So y'all saw it today. Y'all saw the things that this man went through on the internet on Saturday. Twitter decided to come for him. Take this off the screen. So seeing Kyle Hamilton's name trending on Twitter and seeing why Kyle Hamilton's name is trending on Twitter. I can't show y'all the video, but just know that he got roasted by number 29 on the Ravens. I'm not sure who that was, but at the point of the tweet and the video of the tweet was saying, hey, the Ravens Nation's a little sad right now because Kyle Hamilton got roasted by nobody. But here's the thing. When it comes to Kyle Hamilton, we didn't draft him to be the top corner in the league. We drafted him to be a solid defensive back. And he's been going through it. Today, he got things got rough. He had to go through it with the new tight end we got, Isaiah Likely. This guy, he beat him 3 different times and in the one-on-one drills. But, part of Kyle's profile, as far as his draft profile, says that he's able to cover in the slot. But that's not exactly what the Ravens brought him in for. They brought him in because he was a rangy free safety that could be Ed Reed-esque. And of course, in order to get there, you gotta crawl before you walk, baby. When you get to this next level, there's adjustments that you have to make. And I applaud him because he's making himself uncomfortable by doing something that's not normally his forte. He's growing because he's going where he doesn't know. He's got the versatility to play in the box, but at the same time, they're stretching him right now, stretching him beyond his normal scope and having him play man consistently. And he's going to develop even better because of that. They know his normal capabilities is the zone. They know this man can be a phenomenal zone safety, but they're just trying to help him stretch and become even better for the regular season when these opportunities come out of nowhere and they have to throw an audible in there and change the defense to where he's going to have to cover a tight end or maybe even a slot wide receiver one-on-one. This is going to do nothing but make him better. These opportunities right now where he's hurting, where the team, it kind of looks like, all right, he's getting roasted. He got roasted in the stadium in front of fans. I don't know if he gave up on the play or not. And then, of course, he had some bad luck today with the cramps. Everybody thought he was injured big time, but it was just cramps. So we're going to get him back on the field pretty soon here. And, of course, Isaiah Likely has been having his way with this young man. But I still think in my mind, hey, this dude is just going to be getting better and better. This is going to help hone his craft. He's going to figure it out. And he's doing it against one of the fastest tight ends in the league right now. So by the time we actually go face off against your Darren Wallers, your Kelseys and stuff like that, he's going to be ready to be able to face that type of talent because he's over here getting the best out of these guys out of camp already. Of course, he faced off against Mandrews too. This is good. This is a good thing. And of course, guess who hadn't faced off against Mandrews, or at least I haven't heard of it yet. And we heard about it on the show, the 44 show from Marlon Humphrey. Has Humphrey actually faced off against Mandrews? Because Kyle Hamilton has. Maybe that's something we need to look for. Make sure y'all let me know if there has been a change with that. All right, here we are. Wilbur says, Kyle Hamilton's the safety. He shouldn't be doing press coverage on any wide receiver anyway. I fully agree. And yeah, he did get injured today, but it was just cramp. Delicious says he's gonna be fine. KTSC says, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, what's good?" Darcy says they are doing that with no pass rush. It's honestly a win for the offense most plays. We'll get into that in just a second here. Lisa says Kyle Hamilton wore 14 in college, and he's wearing the same number here. Yes, he is. I like the number changes because I think a few years ago,
What number you wore in college?
Huh?
You wore 18 in college, didn't you?
He wore 14.
You wore 14 in college?
Yep.
You got 14 on now, so yeah, on 18, no?
Nah, yeah, 14 on in college, 14 on now. I think I did some Photoshop back in the day, showing him in the new number and stuff, or not new number, but the new Ravens jersey, showing that as well.
Before you go any further, you got the elevator music rocking.
Oh yeah, it's got that duck music. I'm like, all right, cool.
I'm wondering, like, hold on,
we vibing tonight.
Being healthy, y'all. I'm trying to get my boy to do so. Got steak. We got steak.
Oh, you got steak. Okay.
We got a baked potato. Got more pounds. Got more pounds of muscle. I'm good. I don't want no more.
You, man. I'm rooting for you.
Yeah, you got to take more pounds to it. I got water.
My son took all my sodas, man. He took all my coats.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Yo, it's killing me though. I don't know whether to chill out or just go to sleep.
Do I need to kill the music? All right. So anyway, when I was looking at Kyle's draft profile, because we're still talking about Kyle Hamilton.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Not Kyle Hamilton. I was thinking Fuller. I apologize. I don't know.
So I had Fuller and I had Seymour mixed up during the weekend.
Yeah,
for some reason, I kept thinking Fuller had or Seymour. I thought he was a different number, and I thought Fuller was 25.
Yeah.
And then Fuller was 18. I didn't know that. Somebody explain why Seymour was getting roasted, or why 25 was getting roasted all over the field.
Yeah.
During the family night.
Fuller wore 18. Fuller, because when you said in college, I don't know why I kept thinking Fuller, because he wore 7. I think he wore 17 in college, and he's wearing 18 here. But 18 was 2018 was his best year as a best year of his career. I think he was first team All Pro that year as a corner for Chicago. Yeah.
So, of course, I went and looked up, like, hey, the things we saw the most on his draft profile. A guy with great instincts. We still believe that. Great tackler. I still think that this guy's going to be an excellent tackler at this level. He takes great angles. At least, even if in his college tape, he didn't take a good angle on one of his tackles, whatever, from what I was looking at. It was like some highlight reel. But he still had the speed to be able to hawk down this running back, even though the angle he probably should have taken was to the outside, but he was able to come back around and wrap this guy up for a 2-yard loss. He's got solid technique in zone, but of course what we're seeing right now, things that he's going to have to strengthen himself on, is that he's struggling with man coverage. I said that from the jump. I said, hey, tall guys usually have a problem flipping the hips. I mentioned that before.
But is he struggling? I mean, okay. When we say struggling, are we basing it on that video?
Well, I mean, I said this before. I mean, it was in my draft profile. I was talking about how taller guys, they usually don't flip the hips very well. Of course, when I did my analysis in the beginning, I was just like, all right, he's going to be great covering tight ends.
Uh-huh. Yeah, he's done great against the tight ends.
And I said he was going to be good with zone and able to be able to play in the box.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to man coverage against wide receivers or maybe even faster tight ends, flipping the hips with tall guys always tends to be an issue. I mean, he's sitting at 6'4".
No, I understand what you're saying as far as that's concerned, but I hope we weren't just, hope everybody didn't get a bad. I mean, he got roasted.
Yeah, I'm not saying throw the man in the garbage. First of all, I am saying
because of the receiver that he was on. I can't remember the guy's name. They just picked him up.
Yeah, likely.
Well, he's never going to be on nobody that small. Like if it does, it's going to rarely happen. And the dude runs He's a track star. He runs a 10-4 in 100 meters. So I was just hoping that we weren't basing it on that. Like,
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, like I actually mentioned it earlier. I'm like, hey, he was one of these. It's right now. This is not his strength, but for him to go in and work on this shows that he's going to be even better when the season starts because of the fact that they see this as an area of improvement and they're honing in on that and hoping that he's going to improve from experience.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, Big Reg. I'm not saying we shouldn't have drafted at 14 because I know what you wanted at 14 and it wasn't that. Wide receiver was not there at 14. All right. Oh, guess who's in the building? Brooke is here.
She wasn't cooking, so why are you late?
Oh boy. All right, Lisa talking about.
We cook.
Lisa said something about the numbers here.
Yeah, right now. Brent Urban is weighing 68.
And Michael Pierce is.
He did weigh 96 because Roger Washington has 96. I don't know what 68 is. I don't think he wore that in college. I'm not.
And 98 is Jones, right?
98 is Travis Jones. Yes.
Yep.
And Michael Pierce wore 58 at Minnesota. So.
Oh, okay.
He said if he couldn't get 58, he was going to go back. He was going to get Kelly's number. Remember Kelly?
I thought you said R. Kelly. I'm like, what was his number?
No, Kelly, the nose tackle that used to be with us. I can't remember his first name. I think Jim Kelly, not Jim Kelly, but Kelly, the nose tackle. When he played, when he used to be with us, he said that's one of the guys that inspired him. Mm-hmm. He was playing those. He was going to get his numbers. I think he had 71. I believe, or 77, I don't remember.
Brooke wants to know why you always eating. So she was paying a bill for her mom. That's why she's late.
I'm always eating because by the time I get home, this is the normal time I have to eat because I have clients that I have to train from. Well, my time, Eastern time, is like normally from 2:30 to 8 o'clock. Then by that time, by 8 o'clock, I got to clean up. And then after 8 o'clock, after all of that, I run and pick up my dog, walk my dog, and then bring my butt here. Excuse me, bro.
We gonna just tell you they done took the tag away. It's like let me take that team keep it clean. Yeah.
We're about to go.
Yeah, we're getting back in there. They got the team keep it clean association that's put me in the same box as Deshaun Watson. We don't got suspended until further notice. There's an appeal going on. All right, let's go back here. Wilbur Gross says Lamar put on 20 pounds so he can better tackle DBs when he throws. My goodness. Bro.
Oh, wow.
Goodness. Here it comes. I was like, Will was like, even he was making logical comments all tonight until this.
Will, you are on your game.
He don't went to the jar again. The jar of insults. Like, God, I got this amazing jar.
I think you make these up throughout the week, Will.
He just ready, waiting. That is funny.
Thank you, Lisa.
Big Red said your QB is in a battle with Sam Darnold. And let's see, Kam Ru, Matt Skura, 168. Okay, cool. All right. So anyway, like I was going back to this whole Kyle Hamilton thing, dude gonna be straight. And the question is, hey, can he start week one? Is this guy week one worthy? And you saying no right now?
And Reed didn't even start week one.
Okay.
You know how I feel about it.
Yeah, and it's an evolving league. Sometimes they want to get these people out here and get them, foot in the fire immediately. And I say, what better team to do that than the Jets? I mean,
we don't run those the defenses. We run real defense.
I'm just saying, like, with all the pressure that we have up front, this defensive line is absolute monster. The secondary is extremely good because Peters will be back because Marlowe, Mr. Fruit Punch, is back to business, punching balls out.
He is. He's after camp. He's on his game. We don't have a Cleveland defense. We got a real defense.
Yeah, and it was like we got, we got Williams sitting out there, and our guy is able to play in the box, come down and be that hard-hitting safety that we need. Mm-hmm. I say, why not start him week one, sitting next to Williams, and then have a rotation of safeties going through between Chuck and between Jefferson or whatever like that. Give him some reps but the more game time experience that he has, the better he's going to be.
He's gonna get out there. He don't need to start.
I say just let him fly, man. Let him fly out there. Let's see.
Why we have away start?
Huh?
Double O didn't start away.
Yeah, oh, he got out there. And, I mean, by week 2, the man was already an AFC Player of the Week because they put him out there.
Because what he did, he didn't start that game though.
You saw that game?
He didn't start. Houston started. Houston and Bowser were the starters last year.
I mean, but he got reps though. He got enough reps to be considerable to. They could be comparable to a starter.
And that's what God will get.
Yeah.
There you go.
And that's what I'm with. I'm just like, all right, put him in and let this guy get this experience. Let him experience, hey, what this step up in speed, these world class athletes, all that. I think that honestly, if you just put him out there as a starter, I think the guy would do well. I think he's going to have some growing, some of the growing experiences.
If we had to start him, I think he could start. No, there's no doubt in my mind. He's smart enough to start everything, but we don't need him to start. Not with all the concepts that we're doing. I'd rather him grow into the role and become dominant. He's gonna get. Sometimes he may get 100% of the snaps, especially all the sub packages you got to worry about. Because remember, a lot of times jokers come out there. How many teams really got a fullback, right? So most of the time they're not doing 2 tight ends. Majority of the time they're coming out there with a 3-set. Cam, what up, bro?
Oh, what's up? What's up? See you come out of the blue.
What's up, brother?
He got the new, cut looking clean over here. Just he convinced the barber to go with the mohawk today, or was it yesterday?
Today.
Yes. You got the cut today?
No, I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday. You got the cut yesterday. And usually when we go to the barber, I tell them to go ahead and cut that tail off. And he convinced him that he gonna take care of his hair, so he got the mohawk.
It was Mom that came with me.
Yeah. So she lets some things fly. We in the barber, we have a discussion about what we expect, and apparently expectations were not met today. So we'll talk to Mr. Keefe about that.
Yeah, they were.
Anyway, we'll keep rolling here. All right.
Okay.
So Big Reg is going into war with Wilbur. Oh, goodbye, son.
Bye.
We already got 5 up for you.
What's up?
So we already got 5 up for him.
Oh yeah, you got $5 already, son. But just so y'all know, his money is dependent on his ability to keep reading books. So encourage him to read. Reading is fundamental.
I'm giving you a high five. Let's go this way, bro.
Yeah, I think it's that way.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah. Reading is fundamental. So as long as he's staying on his task to read his books, he will get his Pokemon money. If not, it'll go towards a new microphone for the show because mine is shot. So
he gonna definitely be read.
All right, Brooke, I'm about to hurt you. So let me get that shirt. No. She likes the fruit punch shirt. All right, so let's see. Big Red says no, which is why he shouldn't have been the 14th pick, but it wasn't a bad pick. Okay, you stuck on that. Him, nah, I mean, he with us, man. He with us. You got to rock with him.
Hold on. Let me ask you, Reg, who did you want at 14 that was available? If you don't mind me asking, brother.
Wide receiver.
Who did you want at 14, Reg? That was available. Remember, London was gone, so we wasn't gonna get a big receiver.
Then I thought Wayne went to the Saints.
Yep. Oliver went to the Saints.
Yeah, I think that's what he wanted.
Wilson went to is it Wilson that went to the Jets? I believe his last name.
Yep.
And London went there. So actually, no, it's 4 receivers that went before they got to us. Am I correct?
Something like that.
Jameson went to Detroit. They traded up.
Yeah, I mean, there was a few, I guess, after that.
No, that ain't that. What? See, you like a father right now, Big Red.
What I miss? Oh, he wanted us to trade up for a wide receiver. When other than the whole Joe Flacco.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Holding.
That wasn't the question. The question was, Who did you want at 14, man? I don't want to hear about no trades, nowhere, no. I don't want nothing. I'm acting like my dad right now, trying to avoid the answer because you know you ain't got a right answer for it. Who did you want, man? That was available. If you was on the clock, and then who were you going to try to get? I need to know. That was better than Kyle Hamilton. Who?
What he said? He said trigger Kam Ru's funny. So when they set you off, yeah, here we going.
I'll be having fun, man. I love y'all.
Oh yeah, it's all good, bro. I'm with you. I'm just going back to look at the 2022 draft. What do he say?
Not an answer. You can't give me an answer.
He's like, answer the question. Answer the question. You got the spotlight on you. You got the spotlight on you.
What does GTD stand for? Your Honor, you're going to have to make them talk. What does GTD stand for?
Let's see.
Oh, there you go. Can you give me one answer, brother?
All right, so who was on the clock? Who went off? Jahan Dotson, but that was like a reach, I feel like, by the Washington Commanders.
No, I mean, who went off before that, though?
Well, I mean, before him, of course, was you got Jameson Williams, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Drake London. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receivers, like you said, that went off. What happened?
I love you, man. I love you.
He said, my statement was we shouldn't have taken him at 14. We should have traded up. He wanted to trade up, and I don't know if he wanted to take Drake or if he wanted to take Jameson Williams or Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson. He wanted something traded up for.
I'm laughing at he answered GTD for Mark.
Oh, yeah. For those of y'all who hadn't watched Martin, y'all need to go back and watch Martin.
You got Martin in your life, something's wrong. All of us watch that growing up. Something's wrong.
That was definitely made my childhood different. My stepfather watched it. He was always ready to kick somebody out the house.
D stand for Tommy.
All right. So Don C. Okay, I'll be ready to laughing. Don C. says, "What was the only big guy left, but a big reach at 14, reaching the first round? Period." So I think he was talking about the guy that went to Tennessee, Traylon Burks. I think that was the only guy that was left that was draftable. That was a big boy, right?
About Perkins.
Huh?
That's what we were trying to get in the second round, no?
Oh, Pickens.
Pickens. I said Perkins. Sorry, Pickens.
So, I mean, we got our pockets picked. Eric DeCosta mentioned it twice. He did with Calvin Austin and with Pickens. DeCosta was like, hey, he wanted to pull the trigger on those. It just didn't happen.
And somebody was in our back pocket.
Yeah.
It was in our back pocket. Because
Belichick's done that for years. So, I mean, Tomlin's probably just taking a page out of his book like, all right, look, man, we're going to get somebody to hack in to Ravens headquarters.
Yeah.
Get that draft guide as far as how many, top players they got right there on the list. Their top player available. Oh, that looks good. They did all the homework. Okay, we're going that guy.
Because I think that year that we were supposed to beat them in the AFC Championship that year that no, it wasn't it? No, it was the year we went to the Super Bowl. When they got Hightower. I'm thinking the year that they got Hightower, I think we were going to try to pick Hightower, and then we traded back and got Courtney Upshaw. But if we would have got Hightower, oh my God.
Linebacking core would have been beast.
I mean, I like Upshaw, but he just couldn't. He didn't give me what, like in college, he was a monster. Like,
he was wrecking folks, man. I mean, I feel like he reminded me of, was it Tank Carradine, the one that went to the 49ers?
Well, he was too big, yo.
Yeah.
Playing that outside, he needed to slide him down. I mean, he set the edge, but he couldn't rush until he wasn't doing good in the pass rush until he went to Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
They slid him down the tackle. He got so big.
She said, "What's Red's obsession with wide receivers, guys?" I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think we all like the skill positions. It's just when it comes to the draft, you have to think a little bit outside the box when it comes to how the Ravens are gonna draft.
Yeah.
It's not always going to be the ideal situation of what the fans want. You got to go with what the organization is looking at And usually the painting's right on the wall. When Eric DeCosta mentions it, whenever he jumps on Twitter or on the Ravens page and does his little spiel about the Senior Bowl and stuff, usually he's spot on. If he's mentioned their name, he's going after those players.
Yeah.
One of those being the offensive lineman from Minnesota.
Oh yeah, for Lillard.
Yeah, Falele. He mentioned him at the Senior Bowl, and what happened? We went after him in the draft. I don't think
What
it's not.
receivers did he mention?
What's up?
Did he ever mention any receivers during the Senior Bowl?
I don't remember him mentioning any. Like, it was late rounds, like really late guys that I thought he was going to mention. Maybe I think he might have mentioned Polk, but I got to go back and take a look.
Yeah, me too. I think he mentioned edge.
Yep.
And safeties he mentioned. He did mention safety, I believe. Of course. But
So we are, Brooke is saying, so we are not getting a wide receiver. We got the wide receivers we're getting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, tell him. I agree. I fully agree. I think James Prochet is doing his thing. Devin Duvernay is probably going to be that too, though, with Prochet in the slot. And I fully support that. I think that's great. I think Shamar Bridges and Jalen Moore are actually showing up a lot more in camp as well. Having some nice catches in the red zone drills or the 7-on-7. I think they've had some pretty solid catches. I feel bad for these DBs right now. I feel like once these pads, they get a couple more padded practices in, you're going to see more DBs get some more wins out there.
I better watch Tylen Wallace, bro.
Yeah, oh yeah, Tyler had a nice catch. Oh, at the family night. Oh my gosh,
Lost him, bro.
He like mossed two players and walked up in the end zone like it was his. Like he's done this before.
Wow.
That was he gonna be a problem for sure. So you're gonna see him just rise up the charts.
Mm-hmm. That was a problem.
All right, so let's see. Big Red is going into a full on. Oh wait a minute, Don C saying. Hang on. He said, Cam and Couch, Shamar Bridges looks great. Yeah, Shamar Moore looks great, man.
There you go.
You know, I'm looking around. All right, so Big Reg has an explanation. Whole thing before was, I think the whole thing he was trying to say was before was not to give Greg Roman any more excuses. If we get all the weapons we can get, and somehow we don't succeed, then the finger can be pointed at Greg rather than the players.
It's definitely pointed at Greg.
Yeah, I mean, you can always find a reason, but with any other coordinator in the league, they're going to have some screw-ups. All 30, at least every year, 31 teams has a reason to blame their offensive coordinator, with the final play of the Super Bowl, final offensive play for the Bengals. They could blame somebody on that. They could blame the scheme. They could blame the offense coordinator there. I mean, you could blame Dallas's offense coordinator for having Dak Prescott do a run straight up the middle and run out of time before he was able to snap the ball. Maybe that was called from up top. Who knows? But there's always a reason to blame somebody, and I think Greg Roman catches plenty of blame, and he's going to get this opportunity to prove, hey, they're going to expand this offense. They said he found the vault. He found his keys to the vault. So remember this combination, his mama code, and sometimes you got to hit it on a keyboard. You got your 3EDC, 1QAZ code. You got to put that in. Make sure you hold the shift, and it's like that Mortal Kombat code. So you got to come through with the start AB up down, and yeah. So eventually you're gonna get into the vault. Do your thing. All right. So here we are, and nothing on Lamar's contract. Nana, I'd get you, but he's still here. Let's go into the next topic.
Yeah, Nana. We got to put him for the year.
All right.
For the best.
So y'all ready for this? We had some discussion about this prior to we had some discussion about this topic prior to me bringing this up. Joe Flacco, week one starter? Not for the Ravens, of course. He's playing for the Jets right now, but the guy at 37 years old is balling. I don't know if y'all checked out a couple of highlight clips, but he has made some nice passes to where Eli Moore, he's also showing up as the number one wide receiver over there, has caught some one-handed catches. He's made some great passes to Garrett Wilson. He's showing up. And I am about to tell you what Salas had to say about him. Salas said Joe is really, really talented and should start in this league. That is what Robert Salas, his own coach, said.
You ain't gonna start there.
Now I think there's opportunity. There's opportunity if he continues to stack play on top of play. But of course, Wilson is doing his own thing in his own right as well. Wilson actually killed it in the red zone today. He got 2 touchdowns in the red zone. I think both of them were to Eli Moore. That guy's really showing up. He had a flashy 2021 season. It looked like he had some promise, but that dude's put on some weight and still kept the speed. I mean, he pulled a Lamar page out of his book right there, and is looking great with the extra weight on. But I think as far as Flacco goes, man, 37 years old, and you're still throwing, and you're still making these major throws, and you're giving out guys opportunities to shine. I mean, I dogged him out with the Ravens for a bit, but I feel like I owe him this. He got an opportunity there with the Jets, man. Just saying.
I mean, if he can start, I'm sure he can start someplace. I'm never going to doubt his talent. I think he's still super talented. But I ain't going to start there unless this joker get injured in practice.
I mean, you got to figure out what he had. Was Wilson the one with mono? No, that was Sam. That was Sam. That was
Sam Donald.
Yeah, Sam Donald. But Wilson has had some injuries to where the other dude who's got Flacco's number, I can't remember what his name is, Chris White, or no, it's something White.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, comes through, throws 4 touchdowns, whatever. But there's opportunities there because obviously Jets quarterbacks don't have a history of starting full seasons. So when Flacco gets his opportunity to get in there, that guy's going to look great. There's a reason that the Jets traded the Eagles to get him back on the roster.
Well, yeah, he needs that guidance though. I think even Flacco needed that guidance, but he never really got it until like where later down in his career, he really didn't get it because now that I think about it, we didn't have anybody that was good enough, that was smart enough to sit behind him that we could have picked up in free agency.
There was one quarterback. I think it was. I think he came over from the Rams. He was a pretty solid. It was like the best backup in the league actually when he came to Baltimore.
We didn't have him. We didn't have him for a long time. We had probably had him like I think a year. We had after that we had some man that played for the Giants right now. Can't even think of his name. The brother that's the backup quarterback.
Oh, Tyrod. I'm talking about after Tyrod. After Tyrod left, we got a decent backup.
Matt, he was trash. I can't even remember his name.
Was it Shaw? It wasn't Shaw, was it?
Yeah, from Houston. No, he was trash.
Yeah.
He was trash.
Yeah, he was decent. All right. So anyway, but of course Joe had the Super Bowl by then, so pretty much there's nothing that Shaw could tell me like, man, you can't tell me nothing. I won a Super Bowl, bro. I got the Mighty Wings from McDonald's, all that. So you really can't tell me nothing. All right, so let's go through it. We're gonna read some of these comments here, pay some bills. So you happy to hear about Flacco getting it in? Yes, it's good. It's good to see. Good to see some highlights on Twitter and stuff. Said Baltimore will happily take back Joe and have him start. What, bruh? Joe is the only QB that gives Baltimore playoff success, bro. Okay,
playing against Cleveland, he looked amazing.
He pulled this one out the jar too. He had that one waiting. All right. Don C says Wilson's mind is probably elsewhere. Okay. I mean, he is dating. Watch out, hide your moms, because Wilson will be coming for him. Let's see. Brooks says Flacco has always had it. He just doesn't act like he cares sometimes. He just like pay me so I can go home. I think when it comes to Flacco, he's always had the deep ball. Always he can throw that deep ball. His intermediate passing is something that is always been left more to desire on the field. Once he gets between like I said, once he throws that bomb to get it down to the 30-yard line, he takes 3 sacks and then the greatest kicker comes out and Greatest kicker in the NFL. Here she come out and does this thing, puts up the three. That's kind of how his career went, in my opinion. And that's why Justin Tucker is so great. Anyway, Adit says Joe will start at least 5 games this year. The Cougar Chaser is going to have some bad stretches. I love it. I love it. What's crazy is I didn't see this coming out of the Mormon Mahomes, but it is what it is. Mike White, that was the old dude's name. Yeah, Mike White. I mean, I'm curious to see what type of competition it's going to be. Is Mike White still on the roster there? Is he somewhere else?
Probably compete with the second string.
Yeah. All right. Nana says, I wonder how Urban feels standing out there with Lamar's real coach looking on. He looks very uncomfortable to me. Any thoughts on the situation?
I don't understand.
I don't know.
What's Urban? Brent Urban? I'm trying to. Oh, you're talking Urban Meyer. Urban. Oh God, I'm all over the place right now. What's the quarterback coach?
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm thinking Brent. When you said Urban, I'm thinking Brent Urban. Sorry.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing.
No, I don't think he's. I mean, his business. He don't. I don't think. I think he already knew about him, Nana. I mean, he did know because
he knew. He knew the 3D QB coaches sitting there looking on, but at the same time, it's like, hey, Brady had some of his trainers and coaches at practice, and Bill kicked him off eventually. Yeah. But it comes to a point like, hey, you recognize during the off season there's no contact,
right.
So you have to go get something to help develop you, or someone to help develop you. And I'm glad that Lamar went out and stopped hiring high school coaches to develop him and actually got a real deal coach this time.
This boy got him all the way to college, so that's why he rolled with him. But
yeah,
just your question, Dana Ray, I don't think don't read too much into the body language, because a smart coach is going to learn from another coach regardless of the situation. And I think Urban is one of those smart coaches, because he should be an offensive coordinator, to be honest with you. But
Brooke, he paying. What you want me to do?
Exactly.
He paying. I got to read him. And this man is paying me. He's sticking money in my pocket and buying Pokemon for my son. I got to read the comments, man. Plus, he has a certain level of humor to the show.
Brooke, you supposed to be cooking. I'm still eating. You supposed to cook this time. I'm eating. I'm gonna be eating your food.
All right, Ravens roster, man. Hey, welcome. You say, hey guys, we in here. Yes, sir. You a little late, but wait, we still there. We still there. We still here.
We got plenty.
Says he's paying the troll. Hey, he is paying the troll, but it adds an element of comedy into the show. So, hey, I'm with it. When you start paying, cool. You know what I'm saying? We will make sure you always get up there too like crazy. Don C. Great question.
She better just worry about that clock. That's your job.
The best type of troll is the one that pays. See what I'm saying? I think like Big Reg is in full agreement. Like, hey, you paying, you get to troll a bit, have a little fun with it. All right, so let's see that final topic I wanted to discuss for tonight. I know, so we talked about Flacco starting week 1. It's a possibility if there's an injury to Wilson, but otherwise, I mean, we're not sure. But he is looking great in camp. I'm proud of him and his progression as a quarterback along the way. Just it's gonna be one big combo. All right, so let's see. Pay one more bill, and we'll jump into the last topic here. I'm gonna learn how to cook more things so I can make sure you eat every 2 hours. Look at that. All right, what's she gonna fill you up?
Love you.
Said, please don't be tardy to the party. Tell him, Lisa. All right, final topic of the night. So I'm sure y'all heard about this all throughout camp so far. Owe is a full-on menace. He is shutting down plays left and right. He's been explosive off the line. Looks like he's, basically about to eat Snoop's lunch a couple of times. I mean, they got a couple of snapshots where Snoop looks this small, and Owe looked like this freaking giant coming across, just being a full-on monster coming down the line and after people. He has disrupted so many plays, they just had to call them dead. He's coming back off of shoulder surgery, but he's looking great. He actually mentioned on his YouTube video saying, hey, I'm going to have the strongest legs in the league since I can't work on my shoulder. He's causing the dead plays in practice because of that speed. Then Hood Ramey believes that Oweh is going to make a massive jump this season. I mean, he had 5 sacks this past season. And then Hensley said, Jameson Hensley on Twitter and ESPN, he said Odafe was a terror coming off the edge and was the reason for Lamar's worst practice thus far. And that was not today's. That was 2 days ago. I want to say one of Lamar's worst practices came because Oweh was just wreaking havoc. I think the defensive line as a whole was causing problems because Linderbaum was having trouble guarding Pierce. I think Pierce has actually been told by coaches, or he told media. One of the coaches, Weaver, said, "Hey, it's like wrestling with a bear when you're out there."
Yeah, they said that yesterday.
Yeah, and so between them, of course, we know what Campbell and Urban can do. I mean, they are just extremely tall, massive monsters out there. This line is going to cause a lot of problems.
Yep.
But Oweh sitting down there with that, and imagine him and Ojabo, who just signed a contract. Ooh, it's gonna be nasty.
You better don't forget about the rookie. Travis Jones is making headlines every single day, and they only put the pads on. But did they put the pads on today?
Now they put the pads on once this week. I think that was Monday.
I can't wait till they go full-fledged with the pads. I'm sure it's gonna be after tomorrow.
Oh, the defense won. The day that they got the pads on, the defense won. That was when Tony Jefferson got the interception.
Mm-hmm.
That's when Anthony Brown threw an interception. That's when Kyle Hamilton looked better.
Yeah, he knocked the ball down, knocked a couple of passes down,
and that was all pads on. And of course, defense was like, "Now, y'all over here, we done with this t-shirt and shorts party. Let's ball."
I think this is when I need to see. I mean, I'm seeing it, but I'm not seeing it enough. Sometimes I think that and maybe it's because it is practice. I'm assuming, or maybe it's just a prejudgment. When Lamar tosses when they run those 9 routes and they're going deep like that, and Lamar tries to hit bait. Maybe he don't realize how fast. I think people forgot Marlon has Olympic track speed. Like he's that fast. He qualified for He qualified for the Olympics in his hurdles. So doing the 110 hurdles. So every time it's like he's giving them space, but he's closing as soon as that ball is there, bro. You're not running away from him.
Oh, Big Reg got a shot. He said, "I don't make a big deal about what players do in camp unless it's Baker throwing interceptions." I think that was he coming for you, Wilbert. He coming for you. Let's see what Nana says. She says, "In the words of Mahomes, Oweh ain't that guy. He is the guy."
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
Travis Jones killing it too. I think that was
Yeah, he's killing.
Delicious says, "I'm so glad we got Jones. In my opinion, I think he's the most complete DT in the draft." There were a couple of coaches saying, "Hey, I can't believe we got this guy in the 4th?"
We did talk about this. Now we talked about it before the draft happened. We couldn't get him. We couldn't get Kool-Aid Man. This is the next best alternative.
Yeah.
He ran a 4.8, 4.8, 4.9 at the combine.
Yeah.
I mean, if Davis wasn't there, they'd have been talking about Travis. Travis would have went in the first round. I don't know how he slipped to the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that before, though. Plenty of times. Like, we got
Kyle Hamilton for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. Travis Jones and Michael Pierce are going to dominate up front, and our corners will be great with MP back and the rookie edition of Jalen and Pepe.
We got a future line, though. I know right now Travis is the next coming of Elodie. I'm telling you, you coming off that, bro. He's coming off the line too fast for his size. Elodie used to come off the line too fast for his size, too athletic. You bending and you moving like that. I'm not saying he's Elodie now. It's like I would never say Kyle Hamilton is the next Ed Reed, but to be able to do the things that you're able to do, and you're just now starting to learn, you're starting to harness your craft. You're nowhere near as good. Your ceiling is like way up there. Nowhere near as good as you should be.
Yeah.
You got to people don't know. Travis Jones went to college to be a guard, and they asked him to switch to defense.
Yeah.
So that's how athletic he is. I mean, maybe that may not say a lot because it's both interior or whatever, but it says something. It's aggression. And then the way he's moving, his footwork. He understands leverage himself, but he also should understand the fact that the footwork of O lineman. So he knows some things. But then on top of that, the dude is massive, and he's not fat. He's just a big dude. He's big and he's ripped. You talking about 330 ripped? Like that's a big dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 330 looking solid, man.
Yeah, that's not that ain't this ain't for the
I just imagine, you got Trav Jones, you got, and then you got Pierce sitting right next to him. I mean, that's basically another Mount Cody and Haley Nada being able to sit side by side with that type of weight, and then you got Urban on one side, Campbell on the other. I mean, I imagine a lot of batted balls. A pocket's going to be very uncomfortable when it comes to the opposing quarterbacks. And then, of course, we got our outside linebackers, and we find a way to get that formula on the field to where, hey, we got at least one tall guy on the field with an outside linebacker sitting over there at the edge, running the new McDonald's system with those two defensive tackles in the middle. They're going to wreak havoc. It is going to be a huge problem. Defense coordinators will be up at night trying to figure out, like, hey, how do we do this?
If that line stays healthy, that defensive line, they're already set. You got Pierce, you got Players, you got Justin, you got Travis Jones, you got Broderick Washington. That's 5, and then I think Isaiah Mack may play his way onto this team, which I don't see it not happening because
he's catching a few compliments as well.
He stood out last year. He stood out when he played Cincinnati. He had 2 sacks. He stood out in the game before that. So I don't see him not making. He could. We normally keep 6 anyway, so we only dress 5, but we normally keep 6. So I definitely can see him making the team. At this point in time, I don't see why wouldn't he? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, but they said it like Michael Pierce and Brent both said the same thing. They come like we got every flavor you want.
So let's see. Nana says, yeah, like the Pepe met him Saturday with the kids. All right. Took a picture with the grandbaby and he signed a shirt along with Marlon and another player. Saturday was so awesome. That is cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Pepe becoming the star before he even touched the field. I love it.
I just want to see them show up week 1. Once we get a full game look at these younger stars to see what they're made of. I really want to see what Jalen Armour Davis looks like. That's my I'm like, hey, I love speedy guys out of Alabama. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of school because I'm an LSU fan. I'm gonna be honest with you. But when you see talent, it's got the big A up on there, until this whole was it the NIL stuff, until that actually has a major impact on the way colleges are set up, we know that you get an Alabama player right now, you got gold. So I'm excited. I'm excited for him.
And on top of that, just to think about it, and I didn't realize this, if he didn't get injured, because he didn't play in the championship game. I thought he did play in the championship game.
Yeah.
He didn't play against Georgia. I think he missed 4 games.
I think so. Yeah.
We wouldn't have got him, bro. He would have been a first-round draft pick. Yeah. At least he'd have been in the top 2, like first or second round draft pick. Like it's. I think we quiet as kept. I think this might be EDC's best draft right now. I mean, we don't know obviously into the.
As long as we don't have like a 2019 draft again, I'm fine.
Yeah. I mean, but that was his first draft. So that was his first draft ever. So, you bound to mess up someplace. You might as well fall now. Like, it's gonna be rough going out the gate. But I think that this might be his best draft. If it works out the way it needs to, and once a lot of bullets hit, because they all seem to be on it. They all seem to be hungry. They all seem to want to learn.
Speaking of hungry, we hungry, folks. We hungry for them likes. Right now, we sitting at about 12. If y'all can hook me up, because we got 18 people in the room, I'm gonna need the rest of them likes, man. Go ahead and hit that for your boy. Is the truth though. Yes, I cannot wait to see what these young cats do. I mean, Eric DeCosta is a guy of genius when it comes to the draft. He's learned the process. He sat behind Ozzie Newsome for years, and then beside him for years. The Seattle Seahawks wanted him probably at least 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, they
They,
did.
they wanted him as their GM, and the Ravens paid him to stay as the assistant or director of player personnel, president, all this stuff. And then they was like, "Look, man, you're going to have to take this seat." Because they know he was like that. They know he makes great decisions. And I think, a lot of people, they get all hot as soon as another team signs a marquee player.
Mm-hmm.
But what they need to recognize is that DeCosta is behind the scene. One, he's trolling y'all, for one, because, I mean, when Julio Jones was signed, he went and trolled y'all and signed Bailey Gaither. I imagine him just sitting there, like, laughing at y'all like they gonna be mad about this. This is gonna be funny, y'all. I know this sounds Julio, but we're
gonna and Bailey, the one that went out there and smoked Cobb, but he's a track star, so
yeah,
Bailey
was number 29.
Girl, that's him.
Okay,
but he's I think he's 5'11", maybe 6 feet, 188.
Yeah, he didn't look very tall.
Yeah, he's like he running 10-4 and 100 meters, like he's moving.
That was what I had on here on his notes was like a no Hunter Renfro, but he got some game. He creates separation. He stacks defenders easily, and that's exactly what he did Saturday. Like I said, 24 receptions, 328 yards, 4 touchdowns out of that guy.
That's Green Bay?
That was when he was with the USFL league.
Oh, okay, because he went right from he went right from Green Bay to the USFL.
Yeah, because he was just a long shot to make their roster. Things didn't work out.
Right.
But this is a guy who scored 18 touchdowns in college, 2,227 yards off of 135 receptions. So more. What happened there?
With the San Jose, correct?
Yeah. Sorry, something happened weird there. It was just a glitch. But yeah, I mean, he was a guy. If you look at the stats, he scored more touchdowns than Julio Jones in college. Got him.
And I think that. Hold on, didn't Keith the offensive coordinator at San Jose at one time?
I am not sure. I had to go look that up.
I think he was the offensive coordinator at San Jose State. I know he was at.
Is that Keith Jones? Huh? Keith Williams?
Yeah. I think he. I'm trying to think who did he what school did he coach at as an OC?
So he was one of. So I think he was one of the fastest student athletes to compete. Nah, I think I got the wrong Keith Williams. It's like, in 2011, coaching career, Keith Williams joined Fresno State.
Okay, Fresno State.
And then he coached at San Jose City College.
Okay. Well, I remember it was in San Jose. It just wasn't right, San Jose.
I got clowned about that the other day. I kept saying San Jose when I was watching Newsies. My wife's like, "It's Santa Fe." I was like, "I'm sorry, my bad." Oh, Don C is bouncing out. So,
all right, brother. Have a good night.
Thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you.
Salute. Have a good night. Brandon Stevens is looking good at outside corner. We talked about this before the season started, which means you and I and Engraving, we were on. And I said he'd be better out there because that's what he played in SMU.
Wait, who played? What?
Brandon, he's taking full advantage of being an outside corner.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's taking advantage of those reps. Like the thing is you're not seeing him on highlight reels. You're seeing you're seeing the average guys on a highlight reel. Right now, you're seeing Seymour. He's just getting roasted. He's just a victim of everything. Robert Jackson, once again, just constantly getting torched. I think that both of these guys should be just escorted. The Turk should be visiting them first to say, hey, thanks, but we'll see you when we get hurt again and we need to be blown out by Cincinnati. But I feel like, yes, those guys they got torched last season, but they're getting beat now again. They obviously something is wrong with their technique to where they are constantly on these reels consistently. But I want to see Jalen Armour Davis shut somebody down. I want to see Denzel shut somebody down. Of course, Stevens, like I said, he has got everybody quiet right now because nobody's making plays on this
Yeah,
guy.
I only seen one time when Likely made a touchdown catch from home, but I don't think it was on him. I think they were playing the zone, and he got lost in the zone. Either that, I don't know if he got lost in the zone, but Likely got behind everybody. You can't let that big man run free. He doesn't remind. I know they got him as a baby Mark Andrews, but I swear to you, he reminds me like I see like he reminds me of what's my man that used to play for Washington. He was at San Francisco. Davis.
Oh, Vernon?
Vernon.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of Vernon a little bit.
I see a little bit of that. Was it Ed Dixon in?
Yeah, not as fast as Vernon. Vernon was running a 4.2, 4.3 at that size. He was ridiculously fast, but he reminds me of Vernon. I want to say every time I say like I look at highlights and they do a comp, and then I go and look up some highlights of Shannon Sharp because I remember how he started coming from a small school.
Okay.
It looks very similar. Like their build looks very similar. I don't know. Shannon wasn't the GOAT until later on. So Vernon Davis was a problem, bro.
Yeah, he was. I feel like with him right now is likely the way he is facing off against these corners, these safeties, and actually getting some wins, getting a lot of kudos from Lamar. I can't wait to see him line up against an opponent. I'm really looking forward to preseason.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably the only thing I might get to watch. I'll get to watch tomorrow's game,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We might have one show left before this background changes. Well, let's just say, meaning I'm probably gonna go play in the sandbox for 6 months. I'll see y'all around Valentine's Day if I can't get a show in. Uh, but going to an amazing place. Excited about it, and but I'll still find a way to watch the games. And we're only at a 8-hour difference, so which means if I were to do the show the exact same time, if I can find the area to do it in that is authorized, hopefully in my dorm room, then if we did a show at the exact same time now, it would be 5 in the morning for me. Or maybe 4 in the morning. I can do 4 or 5 in the morning. It's fine. It keeps y'all on the same schedule.
5 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just be up. I say I might just be brushing my teeth on the show or something like that. You know what I mean?
5 in the morning. I'll be like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah, for me, it's 5 in the morning. For y'all, it's your normal time frame, or it will be in that manner.
You just make it shorter.
Yeah, of course we'll make it about. I usually won't have to be in until like 7-ish. So we do a show for 45 minutes to an hour, and then we'll be pretty solid. Oh, okay. Nana did bring up something today. The GOAT is 45 today, so happy birthday to Misha.
Boy, man, don't like Tom Brady.
I can't stand Tom.
I wish
Tom is the luckiest, most protected pro football player in history. You are absolutely correct. Tom is. They made a rule to protect him in the pocket after he got his ACL tore because of someone going low. Was that Bernard Pollard? But when it come down to it, like this dude always complained to the refs and he got late calls. The refs did whatever it was to protect this guy, to give him different calls. I don't know. I really didn't like the guy. I'll be honest with you.
This is why the rivalry between Baltimore really got hot, because I don't know if y'all remember the game. New England was winning.
Didn't he slide kick Ed Reed or something?
New England was winning. It was him and Suggs that got into it. And after that, it was just always chatter. He was talking trash on Ray, everybody. Suggs came around the corner and slapped the ball out of his hand. and he started coming back. He ran in for a touchdown. It was a sack fumble. All right.
Girl, shit true.
Anyway,
Brandon wants to know who we taking for the Hall of Fame game.
don't care. Don't care, Brandon.
I'll be honest with you. I'm like,
I just want
who's playing? Is it? I think the Raiders is playing, but who's the other team?
Jacksonville and the Raiders. All we're gonna see is the backups. We ain't seeing nobody in this game.
I mean, it might be some good draft picks, that we might get to see some talent from.
That's it. That's what you're gonna see. It's the second year and the first year players, and maybe some of the. That's about it. I ain't seeing anybody.
All right, going back to Tamisha, Brooks said, I wish he had retired today. He said he wanted to play till 45. Liar. Let's see. Yeah, Lamar beat Tom in here. So I'm thinking like, hey, if Lamar beats him this year, Brady retires, never have beaten Lamar Jackson.
It'd be nice. We're just playing them on Thursday though.
Yeah, Thursday night. I'm dude. I gotta get rid of those tickets. I bought those tickets, and so now I gotta go sell them.
But I can't get down
Yeah,
there.
like I wish I could, but I'll be elsewhere. But man, it was, and we have some pretty solid seats too.
Get at where you sitting there with the tickets? Where you sitting? Seats? Where you at?
So, I mean, I'm probably down in the bottom section, probably 6 rows back, in the end zone.
Nice.
And it's just a little bit to the right, so probably just at the corner of the end zone, right where the pylon is, 6 rows back, man.
If I can figure out a way to get down there, I get the tickets off you.
Yeah, I'm working on getting them tickets sold. I think they have doubled in value too, so we're going to.
But it might be in last year. I mean, well,
yeah,
Lamar and Tom. That's what they're assuming.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be the last Lamar versus Tom. Yeah.
I just hate that it's on Thursday because very hard to turn, especially who we played before that. It's not like we got a foul.
This girl says she'll find somebody to buy the tickets if I give her the shirt. Hey, speaking of shirts, I want to show y'all something I was working on as far as an exclusive.
This is nice, y'all.
And I had some fun with it. Let me see if I can open this up. We're going to upload a photo real quick. Keep chatting. I just got to find it.
No, I'm looking for the schedule. Pull the schedule up.
Go to my photos. I'm pretty sure I had it.
Don't like it, brother. Don't like it. It's week 8.
Week 8. Yeah, Thursday night.
Right after, right
27.
But it's right before the division game. We play Cleveland.
Yeah.
We play Cleveland at 1:00. Don't like it.
Anyway, so going back to the shirts here, I was just messing around with something in Photoshop, and of course, Prochet always come out the tunnel, and he say something like, "It's a great day to be great." So I figured I was like, "Hey, I'll make something like that, put it on a shirt, have some fun with it. If y'all are interested, maybe we'll set something up." I'm not sure about the whole getting sued about likeness and stuff, and maybe hopefully Prochet is not like Lamar and coming after people for making something out of his likeness. But I figured I'd have some fun with it. I threw a couple things together. If you're looking on anywhere on Instagram, you know exactly where the right side of the body came from. But I just kind of had to put a piece a lot together in order to make this happen. But have some fun with it.
You gotta show that to him, bro.
Yeah, I should probably just show it to him. Just be like, "Hey, man, what do you think of this?"
Somebody gotta see it. You gotta see that, bro. That's shocking.
So maybe if he allows me to, I'll go ahead and sell the shirt. I'll put what I'll do is I'll put that logo that's above Kam Ru's head, the Couch Rider logo, on the shirt somewhere, and then have that sold as a pretty solid shirt. Yep, that right there. We'll put that on. Maybe add more to Cameron's Pokemon fun or something. All right. So, what are your thoughts on the shirt? He said that's clean. Okay. So that's cute.
That's fire, yo.
we'll work on that. But yeah, it was just I started. I'm pretty good with Photoshop, just having fun with it. So if y'all have any ideas or jokes that we want to put on a shirt, then we can do that as well. And I can just build those, and we'll put those out as far as merch that we can sell for the Couch Rider Raven, Couch Rider Report. Make sure we put it out there. But we're sitting at about an hour and 14 minutes. I think that's pretty solid for a show, I believe. Like I said, might have 2 of these left before the background changes, if you know what I mean. Because we will have 1 of these left, 1 show. Our very next show will be the last one before I jump across the pond. But I thank you all. Thank you all for being patient with us, just showing the love and constantly coming back through. Like I said, make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down. What does this dude say? He said, yeah, if you get the cosign for Crochet, that'll really take off. I think so as well. So I'll throw it in his inbox. I'll give him at least 20 days to respond. If he doesn't, I'm just going to throw it out there. Brooke says, it's time. Of course, she late. She says that after I said and she already laughing because she knows she's guilty.
Caught off guard because she was probably thinking a minute 30. We shutting down 15 minutes early.
That's true.
That was not just this early.
Yeah, I've been training all day, so I definitely need to get that extra 15. But it's definitely been great. He said, hey, yo, I might have to make a guest appearance on the last show. Hey, come through. I don't think we've ever seen you before, Big Rich.
Yeah, come through, bro.
Yeah, so maybe we'll make it into a big chat or something like that. I don't know how many people I can have in the StreamYard room, but let's do it.
It'd be crazy if we could make it into a Zoom call.
Yeah.
Put everybody on there and then put it on and you can record it. You can actually record it.
Yeah. We could do that. I think this room will allow us to have a certain amount of people. I've seen the Lunch Break Hot Take have about like 15 people in the room or something like that.
Really?
So, but they were using a different system, so I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. We'll check it out. But thanks for y'all tuning in. I appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all make sure y'all have a wonderful evening. And this is the Couch Rider Raven. This is your main man, Kam Ru. He's saying, have a good night.
Have a good night.
Make sure y'all.
Gram, yo. Follow us both on the gram. It says it right there.
Yes, sir. Follow us on the gram. Y'all know how to search this out. You got the I am Kam Ru 52 and then Couch Rider Raven, folks.
Yeah.
Just remember, be cool, yeah.
Introducing the Couch Rider Raven Report. Let's go. Ravens, Raven, Raven, Couch Rider. Raven, Raven, hey, Raven. We gon' ride out. Raven, 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 Couch Rider. We gon' ride out.
For some of you Twitter gangsters, this is just a hobby, original sports perspective. You can't stop me. Couch Rider Report, it's reflective. Please respect it. You will get checked, and your knowledge will be tested. I ain't the coldest Raven, but this is my show. Shout out to the Barry White rap for the beat, though.